if you notice, I'm wearing my Hawaiian
Yes,
pendant
you are. I see it.
and my koa bracelet in honor of you.
Oh, thank you, Kara.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I know I sent you a list of questions for you to prepare for, but we're going to go completely off script because we've known each other for a long time.
Super long.
Yeah.
Yes. I prepared on my script.
Oh, you did? So this is going to totally mess you up.
That's okay. Go for it.
Ah,
Uh,
yeah.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here and to be in this space. So yes.
It's been
And
fun.
I got my Hawaiian bracelet on too.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So first, and to anyone who's watching and listening, you may hear like my pigeon totally come out because that happens anytime I talk to Gayle or talk to anyone from Hawaii. Um, so tell us about your journey to date. Like, what do I mean? What made you think about becoming a career coach? How has that been? What lessons learned and all that? So
Got it. Okay.
yeah.
What I was making a pivot from the pandemic. Um, Left my job and needed something to do something different. So I was talking to you and just checking with my friend and saying, what should I, any advice? And with my 25 years of HR experience, you said, hey, I think you should become a career coach. And I'm like, what is that? So we chatted more, got to learn about what a career coach did the certification, which was amazing, how you organized the SPCC, the Senior Professional Career Coach. Took all my years of experience as a recruiter sitting on the other end of the table, and now I flip it. I help clients bring out the best in themselves, and I love it. When I sit in that space to coach people, it just flows naturally. I'm the recruiter that looks at a resume and can tell in 5 seconds, yes, no, And so I use that gut feeling that I've learned, that muscle that I've learned to develop over the years for my clients' benefit. And it's so much fun seeing them get success.
Tell me about some. Tell me about your clients and tell me about some of their successes.
Okay. What I enjoy doing is I enjoy helping them become clear. So I have several clients, but one that really jumps out at me, I met her on LinkedIn. She wrote a kind of like a help. I need help. I want to make a pivot to human resources, particularly in the DEI space. And I was like, I can help you. That's totally my area. I know HR. And so I reached out to her. We responded on the post, and we don't know each other. So we jump on a call and we chat, and I explained to her, I listened to her, what is going on with her and what does she want to accomplish. And then I share what I can do to help her. She says yes. She says yes right away, and we start a journey. So what I have helped her with was she shared with me. Well, at first, she was going to apply for a specialist position in the new space to make that pivot. I'm like, no, you're not a specialist. You are a director. And she's like, no, I can't. That's too big of a reach. I said, you are a director. So what she did was we took her experience, and through the process of meeting together, she said, I helped pull out from her things that she's done. And so we talked a lot. We did different activities, and she was able to tell me what she did. And I took the transferable skills from her management position in the food service industry, and then pivoted that to the HR DEI space. She was doing some of that organically. And so how did we make her look like she knew what she was doing? Because she did know what she was doing, but she didn't know how to translate that for herself. So I helped her stay focused. I helped her asked the right questions. I kept her accountable, she said. She said, this is her quote: I picked out of her brain what she did and how she did it. I transferred her resume, transformed her resume, increased her confidence, and I helped her know how to respond to a recruiter. In the 8 weeks we were working together, she got the job, first got the interview. Of course, she had applied for a lot of jobs, which is great. That's what we train and work with them to do. She got the job interview, she got the second interview, she got the offer, and she landed a director of DEI position.
Oh my
Totally pivoted.
goodness.
Yes, yes, amazing, amazing, and such satisfaction for me.
Mm,
It's like her win is my win, and
mm,
oh, and I check in with my client. She's just one of a few, one of my success stories, and I check in with them, and it just gives me great joy to hear them still enjoying what they're doing
mm,
and feeling like they made the right choice.
mhm.
So
Tell me more about how it feels. I hear that a lot. I think I understand. It's somewhat indescribable. I mean, it's not us getting this director of DEI job. It's
right.
their client. So tell me more of how that feels for you.
Oh my God, it's just amazing. It's ah, like you got the job
Yeah.
because they got the job. It's like the best thing that happened because you invest all this time and energy and you're available. She will email me, text me, ask me things, and you're available for them in that 8 weeks. And to see them land somewhere and where they want to be is just, I cannot explain the excitement, amazingness. It like fuels you to do more. It's like, who else can I help? I want to help more people. Like, I have this knowledge and I want to help you. And especially because I was in HR, I
Mm,
was the recruiter. I want to help you and sincerely want to help you.
mhm. So what would you say would be a classic a profile of someone that you work well with? A classic, I don't know, the niche of your client of which
Mm.
that you like to work with.
I like to work with people who need clarity.
Mm,
That's first and foremost, because I hear them, they're applying and they're trying all different things, but they're getting nowhere. So,
mm,
first of all, I feel like I want to help them bring clarity. I generally help women, although I do have a male client at this moment. And I help anyone, people from Hawaii, people who want to pivot into HR. I feel like my space is really good recruitment as well as healthcare and helping people understand positions and pivoting into HR, healthcare, and
mhm,
helping women to value themselves.
mm,
So I
mm,
think I know that's a lot, but that's been the areas that I really enjoy.
mhm, mhm. And now where are you? You had said that it was during the pandemic and you reached out to a friend, had a conversation, said, "Hey, have you thought about this?" And now you are serving clients.
Yes.
Um, uh, how has that, or I guess, um, how has that journey been for you? What about rocky roads, bumps in the
Mm.
road, unexpected turns, or was it pretty much kind of what you had thought it would be?
So the actual sitting in the seat and coaching people, very good, very comfortable. I thought it would be like this. The the part of marketing and
Mm,
LinkedIn and reaching out to people and engaging with them and bringing my presence out, very difficult. That's my rocky road. I
mm,
tend to, like to be behind the limelight And so I've had to really stretch myself. Just talking to you now, I'm stretching myself. I'm putting myself out in the edge. But if I'm expecting my clients to do this in an interview, then I better be doing it. So yes, it's a process to get clients. And when you get a client who trusts in you and invests in themselves, then it's like, I want to, and when they get a win, especially get an offer that they really like, it's a win for me and it gets fuel me to do more. But yeah, the marketing aspect is my whole challenge.
Yeah, you had mentioned something. I want to get back to it.
Mhm.
That as far as when you work with a client who is really invested in themselves. So I want to totally get touch upon that and continue this the rocky road around the marketing piece. Like,
Mhm.
how do you how do you know what to do? How do you figure there are so many stuff online? There's so many people
Yeah,
trying to give you advice.
right.
How do you know which way and which way would work, and and where do you get your information from, your encouragement perhaps, um, in this area of marketing? Because you're right, and I'm so sorry, I know I asked a question, but because a lot of our coaches, they don't come from a sales and marketing background.
No,
Yeah, they come from something completely different. And so, uh, and some people who do come up from a sales and marketing background, maybe the more recruiting and the resume writing
mhm.
and piece are much more foreign to them. That easy, you got that.
That's
And it's,
mhm.
yeah, the marketing piece of it. So, how do you know, or where have you gone in
Mm.
order to get that information?
I so after I did the SPCC, I continued on to the master program and
Mm.
connected myself to the path that um, you lead us through, and it's that group, the IACC collective, with your leadership, Kara, is amazing. So where do I go? I go to you guys. Help! Throw out a post. I get an answer. I get two answers. Or in our weekly meetups, I ask for help because I don't know these things. I know HR. I can help you with that, help you with healthcare, help you with recruiting. I got that. Ask me. But marketing and all that is so foreign to me. And how I choose to do things is simple.
Mm.
I just do it simple because if I complicate me, I won't move forward. I'm pretty simple. So I
Mm.
just do one thing at a time. I don't have the capacity to be in everything and do everything. I'll get nowhere. It's kind of like when my candidates come to me, they're like, I applied for every job and I'm not getting anywhere. It's that spray and pray method, like we'll hit everything and get nothing. I take that to heart for me. I focus on one thing. I do the one thing. I'm very like a honu in Hawaii, a turtle, very slow. But I want to get there, and I will get there. And in the almost 2 years that I've been involved, I look back, I see my progress, and I see the people I help. So I know I'm going to get there. I may just get there a little slower, but I'm going to get there, and I'm not in a rush, And I love the people I'm connected to through what you've created, Kara. It's amazing, this whole coaching collective and the classes and everything that you provide. I love how, Kara, you just freely give. You freely give. And all of us, we learn so much from you and from each other. It's such an excellent group to be a part of.
It is fun, yeah.
It is. And I make a commitment at least to be there once a week.
Because of
So
that, I totally agree. I really enjoyed as well. And yes, I thank you so much for saying that. Uh, and 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 I add that um, uh, 99% of the time when we're jumping on a cohort call, it's everyone's thoughts and ideas that come
right.
forth that makes that hour incredibly special. It certainly isn't anything. The special thing that I did is I brought everyone together.
Right.
Yeah. And you're right. The group is amazing. I think some people join, become a bit more competitive than others. And in the end, we all end up helping one another.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because some of us are more competitive than others. And yet it always ends up where we're there supporting one another. And perhaps it's the way in which that we have our vetting process of joining the SBCC.
Mm,
I don't know. And
mm,
so that leads me to that question that I wanted to, you had mentioned, when you look at the people that you want to work with, that you work the best with, do you go through some vetting process? Like, how do you determine that someone's going to be invested in themselves? Like,
mm,
what is your process to distill out the right person that works
mm.
with you?
Yeah, good question, Kara. I like to jump on a phone call with them.
Hmm.
I schedule an appointment, or they schedule an appointment with me, and we jump on a call. And I can tell whether or not I think I can help them, and also whether or not we connect. And for me, it's that recruiting background. The same gut feeling I had in hiring people comes out to play as I choose people to work with.
Hmm.
And so that's how I do it. I don't take on a lot of people at one time. And exactly what you said, the different coaches are at different places, and competitiveness, or everybody has a different financial goal and need. So, you know, I rather wrap myself around a few candidates at one time and give them my all. And for me, that works out. I feel like I can do the best job that way. So that's how I'm selective.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's great. Um, and I love how you're selective. And I love how you say that it just needs to feel right.
Right.
Yeah. You're going to say
And
something? Yeah.
sometimes in working with different people, you learn, okay, maybe this is not my best match,
Hmm.
right? And so you learn from that and you go forward. You give them your best, but you still realize that certain things or certain settings, what would bring out the best. And the neat thing is, we're connected to so many coaches. So if it's not good for me, there's someone in our group that person would be good for. And I love how we share that.
Yeah, I do too. I see that often in our cohort where someone says, hey, I talked to someone, either I'm full, I'm not taking on new clients, or not the quite right match for me. Some of our coaches have all group, and so they never meet with someone one-on-one. I know you meet one-on-one with
Right,
people, and there are people that would much prefer being part of a group and not totally engaged. And then there are others who want more of that one-on-one. Yeah.
right. And so just the freedom in this group that you've created, like you said, people share, and they're not like, if I give you this, you give me that. Everyone's just so open with their information, with, hey, you need a client. Here's a client that I know I don't work well with, but you will work well with.
Yeah.
They want a one-on-one, and I don't do a one-on-one. So I agree. It's just like my coworkers are great, and my boss is great.
Oh, yes. So like we're part of an organization and we have coworkers and yeah, that is true because it can be totally isolating as a
Yes,
coach. Hmm.
right. And you don't want to feel alone in this business
Yeah.
doing this, because you give so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give so much of who you are to people. Um, and yeah, I don't know if people realize how much we really give to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Morning, noon, and night thinking about them.
exactly. It's not like just that time you spend with them. You're prepping ahead of time. You're thinking all the time about them, you
Mhm.
know, as different things come by your way.
Mhm.
Always looking for the best for them.
Yeah. So true.
Mhm.
Anything else that you would like to share with us? Anything that you feel um, uh, that
Hmm.
you'd like to say?
I feel that if you make the investment in a career coach, working with a career coach, and what you're doing is you're investing in yourself and elevating yourself to be prepared in this competitive market. So that's, I think, one of the best things you can do for yourself is do that, you know.
That is so true. No, I completely agree. And so you make this face, it's like, then, but it's absolutely true. Where we, and not just career coaches, but human beings, we give so much, and we will spend the money for our kids, spend the money for our spouse, spend the money for our sister, spend the money for them. And then when we want to go and do something for ourselves, it's like, oh, I don't know.
Right.
And what I hear you say is, got to fill your cup first. Yeah.
Yes, I've learned that the hard way from my life. And I have someone I've been engaging with, and right about to pay, mother's car broke down. Right about to pay, son needed money for something. And I just, and then yet she's going through a lot of depression because she can't move forward. And I just feel for her. I feel for her because she's not putting herself first. It's that oxygen mask. Put that on first. Then you put the child's, right?
Yeah. And you know, because you worked in the airline business.
Yep, I know, because I worked in the airline business.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Gayle. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing of your journey, things that have been little bumps in the road for you, and the successes with your clients, and the joy that it gives to you.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Kara. Thank you so much for, just presenting this opportunity to me in the beginning. And it was a risk. And it's not something I normally do, to make a decision that quickly. But when I was done with my certification, I felt so good that I did something for me. I invested in me. And I was just amazed at the whole process and the program you've created. Like, you've been my friend all these years, and you've been creating this program behind my back. Like, I never saw this. I just know, we were both from Hawaii in HR, and I've never seen the book that you wrote until you wrote it and gave it to me. And I'm like, this is exactly what happens in the interviewing recruitment process. It's a great book. And so you put it all in paper for people to see. Thank you, Kara. I mean, I really enjoyed this. And yes, I enjoy being connected with the IACC and being challenged. So this came out of our CEO time that we just had. I'm like, I'm doing it. I committed. I set up a time, and I worked on this during my CEO time. Wonderful. So thank you, because I can tend to not do it.
Sure, because we're busy doing things for other people and your clients. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are welcome, Gayle. And I am so glad that we are co-laboring together.
Yes, me too. Yes, because together, when a client asks me for something and I don't know, and I ask you, and I ask the path, I ask our group. And so I love it. Thank you for creating all of this. And so appreciate you, Kara, and what you've created, and the lives through us that you get to impact. So thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
So mahalo, as we say in Hawaii. Mahalo. Yes, mahalo.